Greetings and salutations. Ben here, Trev there, Terry there. We're Canucks with guitars. Welcome all my fellow Canucks and honorary Canucks. And we've got people shuffling. We got 22 people in. We'll let a few more people. Security. Stop patting them down. Just let them in. All right? All right. We've got lots of A's, so hopefully you guys got some Q's out there for us. It is live and Q&A. We also, once we have some more people come in, we have an update regarding Dad. We'll just go with that right now. Although I did solve a mystery today regarding the man, Trev.
Yeah.
Well, all right. For those who know or don't know, my dad could rebuild a car from a lug nut to the fucking roof. You know, like he could build one from scratch. You know, car restoration, modification situations. He could do it. He could do it all. Okay, I didn't know if you knew that, Trev, but the man never worked on his own guitars.
Oh, jeez.
I was like, you can rebuild a small block Chevy, but you can't do a setup. So when I was visiting today, I asked, "What's up with that?" He says, when I first bought the guitar, one of his buddies was in the store that did setups, and he liked his setups on his guitars because he had played his guitar in a jam session. So as soon as he bought it, Trev, before he took the telly home, he went, "Here, take it. Do your voodoo." Right?
Makes sense.
And then it didn't really need a setup until it needed a set of frets. So, got a setup when it frets, and got a setup when it got the pickups replaced or installed and stuff. Which he never did because he didn't have time to do it at that time. By the time the EMGs came along, he's like, I didn't have time to do it. So he just outsourced it. Okay. I said, yeah, but you never even adjust truss rod. He goes, I adjusted truss rods. He got rather defensive about that. Like, okay. I don't think you do. I think you're bullshitting me, and you're a senior citizen, and now you're just making up your past because I wasn't there. That was my, so. Inquiring minds wanted to know, and so I found out.
Glad you're back home.
And who do we got in here? Now we're up to 32 people. So 32? We've got. There's Bent Tom. Glad to be home. Where were you, Tom?
There was a couple member messages here.
Saturday.
First, we had BC Rich with a happy Monday to everyone, if that's even possible. It is. Typically after a long weekend. And then, Ben Tom says, hey, now, just got home from the hospital today. He had a grand mal seizure on Saturday. That sucks, Tom. Sorry to hear that.
Damn.
But glad you're back home.
Tom, if you watched last night's show with RJ, we were talking about you.
Yeah, you definitely got to watch last night's show.
Hashtag Tom's a beer snob. Hashtag Tom's a beer snob. So, let's see. Yes, we got Brother Tom in here. We got Ferd Burfel. We got Paul McNary and 11 of the Cats. We've got Joe Hervey, who's gassy. Sure. Graphite and Cigars. Michael B. Live. Great to see you, my friend. Martian Murray. We got Bo, Guitar Man 45. JP Page 2. Who else we got? I got to scroll back. My knees hurt on the Rare Monday. Awesome.
Knees.
Great to see you.
Yeah.
He's in Oregon this week. No sales tax, so he's looking to buy gear. Hit every pawn shop and thrift store you can find in your spare time. There's Billy Baloney. He's a week away from retirement. Jimmy Ray Hawkins. Wild
you
man.
You can do it, Billy.
Hip Metalworks. In the house. Scott Brockway. Michael Kraus. Is this my speaker? Sup, yo.
Right on.
Let's see. Charles 75N. Rock Daddy.
Turn it up, Rock Daddy.
Who else we got? Yep, repeats. Hobo Roadie, also in Oregon. Keith H, not in Oregon.
Hip Metalworks.
BC Brother.
And before Keith asks, yes, you're here. I love Keith. Keith's the most relaxed on the Zoom calls because he's laying down every time.
Yeah.
I get it. He's like, I really don't have much of a sense of balance. I'm like, well, then lying down's probably the smartest thing to do. Less distance to fall when you're lying down. Mark Taft's here. What's up, Mark? Good to see you, my friend. Who else we got? So, as per previous Water Buffalo meeting, unfucking believable, and BC Rich, question to either one of you, are you available this Sunday to do what we were talking about there, to do it on Sunday's show? Simple yes in the chat will be suffice. I think I have BC Rich's email, so I can email. When I get down to the bottom of the chat, I'm hoping to see yeses. If not, then we'll schedule it for different. James Hawkins here. See ya. Yep, then Paul McNary was first in the chat tonight. Okay. We go down. McCollum Music. Good to see ya.
Nice.
One of our newer friends. See BC Rich saying bonjour. Nice. I usually get a shalom at best. So we shall see. I don't remember what we were talking about on the Buffalo call. You had a series of bass-based questions, and BC Rich had the answers for them. And we went, wow, this is gold. This would make an excellent Sunday show. So this week I'm
BC
traveling
Rich.
for training, leaving town on Sunday, so not this coming week, but perhaps later on. Well, then don't worry about it, Unbelievable, because we can't do it this Sunday. Teaser, folks. Future episode.
Yeah, that was awesome. And then BC Rich brought out his bass, and he was doing some.
Yeah.
That fretless beauty.
Yeah, right.
He's like, oh, I never really noticed it was that flamed. I'm like, what are you, Guitar Man 45? Michael B. caught you on Laz's show yesterday. I always forget. I love your voice. Whether you're talking or singing. I like Michael B.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. How far is Kenora, Ontario? Well, it depends on. It's really far for Trev.
Yeah,
It's still pretty far for me, and still pretty far, but not as far for Terry. Terry's closer than me.
Yeah.
Because I just know it's
beautiful
north.
place. Beautiful
North
place
north.
if you like
Yeah.
lakes and sailboats and fishing and woods and mosquitoes
Wilderness.
this big.
Yeah, wilderness. All the wilderness. That's north. Yep. Yeah, so needless to say, I don't have a guest book for this Sunday, folks. Oh, and we may not have any videos this week because I'm a little busy. Things are picking up around here. So we'll get that. I don't know. We got 39 people watching. I don't know. What's the criteria? What's the criteria to do the update? I don't know. 40 people watching?
Or 15 minutes, go for another 5 minutes, and then.
All right, well, 15 then. I like
first
that
quarter,
idea.
right? Between the first and second period.
Hey, Cheech, I am just outside of Belleville. Just outside.
Graphite wants to see your shirt, Terry.
Okay.
It's part of the Canucks. It's the only legal merch available right now.
It's
Because apparently Terry's the only one that knows how to design a logo that doesn't involve a copyright strike.
I still can't believe that this doesn't have some type of copyright strike on it.
yeah.
I may get, maybe I can get one of those out, Billy. I'm not sure. Although I'm kind of holding off on the pop reviews right now because apparently YouTube's promoting my stuff. Like I'm getting double the views I was a month and a half ago on any given release. So a fella is trying to run with that to try to grow this. You know,
Stimulate the algorithm.
yeah, you know, because it is it is my job and trying to get more successful at it. Dave Chase is here.
Well,
What's up, my friend?
you are correct, Ben. I probably am the closest of the three of us.
Yeah. Well, isn't
Even
it like
though
fucking
it's
10 hours north of me.
Even though it is still 18 hours and 15 minutes away from me.
Wow.
Only
There you go,
18
Charles.
hours.
18 hours basically north, and you're still in Ontario. Just saying.
Still in the same
John
province.
DeShane in the house. Brother John.
Brother John. Oh, for Christ's sake. I'm busy. Go away.
Go. It's not mine this week.
We got beavers, we got cats, we got all kinds of critters.
There's Ryan Hall. Now we can start. Now. Exactly, Cat. Now.
Hey, what can we say? The show's so popular, cats even want to be.
I was going to say, does anybody have any gear questions in the chat?
Right?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind knocking out a gear question before we do the update on Fascia. And by the way, Ryan, the way you ended that email, perfect. You had me giggling so hard. Because I'm like, here I go. I throw Ryan under the bus on the show, and he's like, I will see your under the bus throwing and embrace it in a self-deprecating manner. And
Honor it. Yeah.
I never have a problem, Trev, with self-deprecating humor. Like, whenever I was in a band on stage, if you want to make me the butt of the joke, I don't care. If the crowd's laughing, I don't care. Because I don't let that shit get to me.
Neither does the cat.
That doesn't care either. John has no gear questions. Well, John, you've got new gear. You got the parallelizer. I don't parallelization. I don't know. Parametric? No, I don't know. It's got lots of P's and L's. Let's see here. They're talking to each other. That's fine.
I placed your order. She'll be here shortly.
I know there's big things happening with Charles 75N on infrastructure, expansion of the corporate headquarters campus.
Nice.
Sure. Ooh. All right, we got it. We got a gear question. Rock Daddy asks, "What speakers does Symmetry have in his cab?" Well, he's got two cabs back there.
We've got the PV with stock Sheffields, I believe they are.
I think so.
Don't get a lot of love, but they work for me.
It's there when he needs. Yep.
And the Marshall cab would be the stock G1275T, whatever.
I have one of those in my 212. I got one of those on one side and a V30 on the other side.
Yeah.
Which, those are the stock generic. What's up, Riff?
It's not at the beginning, it's not at the end. It's Riff in the chat.
He's cool. All right, I got 15 seconds to knock this out before story time. Oh, yeah, that's cleaned out.
G12.
And that's how you're able to knock it out in 15 seconds. Oh, that was a lot of water.
Here, Richard.
Don't drink the bong water.
Somehow I pulled her together. My God, I just changed that. Jeez Louise.
Yeah,
all right.
It's pretty nice.
So, Richard Nagamitsu, DMAC. All right. Since we said we'll do the story at the 15-minute mark, I will hold the chat. There we go. Squeaky brakes.
Pump the brakes.
Ugh. Thank God that was clean water. Ish. So we got an update on Dad. For those who don't know, I forgot to close the window. That's all the Jake brake.
For a second, I thought it was the Roadrunner.
I'm going to close that.
Meep, meep.
Hey,
Starting to get flashbacks of Steve from Boston Saturday.
Right?
Playing with his new toys.
Oh,
so, for those who don't know, Dad's health has been declining over time. He's been hospitalized the last month and a half while waiting for long-term care, a bed to open up at one of the homes that we put on the list, because you put in a list. These are our top 5 places I'd like to hang out, he does, right? And so, average wait time, 3 years in this area. And I think that's more for the private beds, room things, Trev, let's be, because that's obviously preferred. I don't think anybody's like, no, I want a roommate. No, you don't.
To check all the boxes, you're looking at 3 years, right?
Exactly. So, We got a phone call just Friday. So, I don't know, weekend? I don't know. My sister got the call. I didn't get the call. And they say, we got a room at this place over in Canifton, which is at the northeast corner of town. I'm on the northwest corner. Not bad. Kind of drive by Long McQuaid to get there. Kind of. It's 1 block off, just saying. But I don't have to drive to the hospital, which is like kitty corner across town, which takes 15, 20 minutes to drive 8 kilometers. And so, we have a place available. My sister's going to check it out. We've already agreed to it, but because you have to, and then she's going to check it out. And so, Dad's going to be moving next Tuesday, fingers crossed. So I got to book the patient transfer service. Yay. That's an expensive cab ride. I'm just saying. And then, I get to go clothes shopping for him because he's going to be more social, eating in the dining room, things like this with assistants. And so, it's a nice little place. I saw the website, looks cool. And, they'll be able to take care of him and stuff. And, so that's the update on Dad. I have been passing along all your well wishes, folks, believe me. And he thanks you very much. I'm trying not to break down. He appreciates it. That's what I'm saying. So, I wanted to give you guys the heads up on that because I know, thoughts and prayers and smoke signals, and, positive vibes, and we do appreciate it. So, DMAC has a gear question now. Gear question: do the distances between nut string slots have to be equal, or can they vary? You'd want them as equal as possible.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it feels weird. It just feels weird. Now, if it's like a 12-string situation, you want the groups of 2 to be slightly closer together, if you can. You don't want them all even Steven 12 apart. Feels weird. So you want them paired up.
Your octave buddy.
Yeah. McCollum Music asks, Ben, yes. Any thoughts on low tunings lower than B standard? I personally don't even go to E flat. I like E standard, preferred, drop D as an alternate, because of the things that it allows. Both country and rock / metal. Alternative, There's different uses for the drop D tuning, depending on your flavor of genre of music. It's like if I was going to play something in B standard, I'd just have a baritone guitar or a 7-string.
Yeah.
I guess. That said, drop A. But again, beyond that, I don't know because recorded frequency and what you can hear. Now we're starting into very flubbery type. Trev, I'm looking at you because you're the metalhead on the panel. Terry, sorry, you're not the metalhead. Trev's the metalhead.
No, I'll agree.
I got skulls on my shirt, so that means
so
qualify.
You got a JCM 900 and we don't. It's not exactly used for bluegrass, is what I'm saying. So, it gets to a point where it becomes more of a percussive instrument than an actual riff bass because it's just chugging or,
moving air.
I don't know, for the longest time, rest in peace, Larry Babcock. You don't need to tune down to sound heavy. You don't.
No.
And Trev, you've heard me play some very heavy stuff, and I play in standard tuning. It's all about how it sounds.
Yeah.
That's just me. So any thoughts? And that's it. All right.
There's a lot of people that listen to 70s metal stuff and think that it's all down-tuned, and a lot of it is, as you said, standard tuning.
Or at most E flat, at most.
Yeah.
Kiss was E flat even. And that's how they got their kind of sound. And that does a thing too, because you're playing like odds and evens type situation. What's up, Blackjack Guitar? I missed your gear question. Unbelievable. Please ask again. Right now I'm catching up. Oh, that Bong did kick in though. Jeez. Oh, Trev, I had the
I know.
after show stuff and not the dirt.
know.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
I
a
could do it.
way different strain than I usually have on air. Yeah, I found a strain, folks, that really agrees with me, or it doesn't, depending on how you look at it.
Fun ride either way.
Oof to
So
May.
scroll back
So
to-
yeah, thank you for the well wishes, folks. I'm catching 8:16 timestamp.
Yes,
I think you will be
that's-
too, Billy. And that was the thing. I will say, like yesterday, I was getting the brakes done on the van, the rear brakes, the ones I had done a year ago. Well, that I didn't replace the rotors, where I should have replaced the warped rotors. Anyways, so if I had the brakes done again.
Okay, I
And
found it.
I tried doing it myself, Terry, on Friday. I had started to do it,
Yeah.
but I got 5 minutes into it, and apparently I have massive carpal tunnel at this point in time. Great. Yeah, forearms were just on fire enough that I got the wheel back on, so I continue to drive that day, and immediately texted. But the only thing I can do is play guitar these days. That's about the only thing I can do. Really sucks, but that's another whole gripe, which I'm looking at getting taken care of as well. I'm on the list for a new family doctor, so.
I don't know if I can disclose of the one.
But yeah,
person
so
that I'm close with.
for those who don't know, my good friend Richard Mutton from high school, met him in grade 9, same homeroom. Met him in grade. I don't have a photo of me in grade 9, baby. This is me in grade 9. This is me in grade 9. No, because the photo I have of me and my cousin, that's about grade 10. So it's not the same as grade 9. Maybe we'll get a grade 9 photo one week. We'll pull out the yearbook and this is me in grade 9, baby. You know, this is me in grade 9. I believe I was wearing a Motley Crue t-shirt or AC/DC in the yearbook photo. Anywho's, so I've known him a long time is what I'm saying. And I was telling the guys off air, he's been friends with my dad as well, because, being a car guy and stuff, and quite often he would, go hang out at the restaurant and hang out with my dad. He'd show up at 2 in the afternoon or something like that. And that was cool. And it was weird because over the last few years, Dad actually would talk to him more than I would. Like, I was talking with Rich on FaceBase last night. I'm like, oh yeah. But I'm the type of thing, with like a lot of casual friends, Trev. Unless something's up, I don't, no news is good news. If one of our buddies comes into town, yeah, we all get together. But other than that, you just don't get together for whatever reason. And so we're over, and so when I get work done, he does it because he's a great mechanic. And so he was asking how Dad's doing, and he said, "I'd like to go visit him. Is he taking visitors?" And I said, "Well, no, not at this time." And he doesn't want phone calls or anything. So, and and so there goes that train of thought. Anyways, yeah. So he wanted to go visit. So I mentioned it to Dad today, and he said, "Well, once I get into the new place,
Right,
he
settled
can
in.
come by for a visit." I said,
Right on.
well, there we are. Perfect. So, what's up, Mickey Settlemeyer? I froze the chat.
Cheers, Mickey, brother.
So, Joe Albert's here. Plays an H. Colin plays a
Chef
drop
Eric.
F. That sounds. What was that? Like an octave? Almost, basically an octave down. Aren't you just playing a bass or a Fender 6 at that point? Sure. But hey, you be you. There's no, just because what I do is what I do doesn't mean you don't need to do it. You need a baritone guitar, Bo. That's obvious. That's obvious. You should have at least one. Eric Warrington in the house.
So I put Unbelievable's comment in the private chat, and I have it open. What he's asking about. Would you like to actually?
My response
screen
is
share?
I pay no attention to Toman or their deals. I don't know, don't care. But
Yeah.
Terry, you on the other hand,
Yep.
take the floor. This is your territory. I can pass this off. I don't. Meh.
Yeah, I guess you could say I'm the one who's had the most experience.
Oh, yeah. Well, compared to Trevmy, you have all the experience, and so yeah, I might just randomly shout out people as you're talking because apparently I talk over people on occasion. I'm just getting caught. Wow, my scroller is like almost halfway. up the screen. So I'm like 3 minutes behind. Hey, there's Zach Thong. Eddie Fay. Thank you. Yeah, RJ was a lot of fun last night. For those who tuned in, awesome. If you missed it, that's your fault. Yeah, there's like 100 people watching now, right? It's a good crowd.
Okay,
Car talk with more talk.
So I've got it up here. And screen sharing.
Great. I didn't realize you shared the screen. Yeah, thanks for being polite, Terry, because I'm just mumbling and rambling, and there we go.
So, you dip into the...
Oh, I thought it said 25th anniversary for a second. I'm like, no.
Celebrating the 25th anniversary by offering 25% off of 25 products for 25 days.
Sure. All right. So what do we got? I see a Lester Pulfis looking thing for 100.5. Now, I assume these are converted to Canadian prices, Terry, or am I looking at euros?
Actually, it's American.
Okay. All right.
Since
cool. That's fine. That's fine.
Unbelievable.
Just gives me an idea. All right. Third one there. That Moss right. Yeah.
Yep.
How many pickups? P90s? What's it?
Two
what are we looking at there? Two P90s, $135 US.
$135 US.
Fuck me, that's kind of cool. All right.
Harley Benton, the premium
LP
style, $225.
With the Godo bridge. Yeah.
Yeah. Godo parts.
Yeah. Nah.
Ooh,
I like the most right in blue though.
Yep.
Oh, that's got a wiggle stick on it, but it's got the wrong kind of wiggle stick, so screw that.
Yeah, it's got the...
What's the other one there? The modern SB, is that the baritone or something? I don't know. Burst version, I guess. Sunburst, SB, Sunburst.
Yeah, it's Sunburst.
Yeah.
With the humbucker.
What's up, Josh Tamberg?
Bass is okay.
Well, they're cheap, right? Like,
yeah.
I just found every time I picked one up, it just kind of felt toy-like. Like, they didn't feel like... It's just, like, I don't know, you just feel the cheapness. Like, like, there's a mojo to certain guitars, Trev, in a good way. And this had, like, the reverse mojo where it was just putting off bad vibes in that. Well, not bad vibes, but just cheap vibes.
Well, this isn't. I went and looked at that Explorer-shaped object that was of the Harley Benton flavors. Yeah. And it felt like a Guitar Hero guitar or something you'd plug into an Xbox. It just didn't have any weight to it. The metal felt like it was made out of beer cans.
Now that Ben's finished his cup of tea, I'm going to empty some of that water into...
There's a few lefties here, which is awesome for the...
There we go.
Looks
Don't
like
want to repeat that into... That's what happens when you clean it out, Trev, because I'm used to sucking a certain amount, and I gave it a good cleaning, and no, I'm not ripped yet. I'm working on it.
Ben likes
122.
Sipped it with the peanuts.
Yeah, but and the thing is, I don't mind that too, Terry. It's like if they do a knockoff of Dane Electro plays like cheap piece of shit. So, I expect, because you can't get a good most right anymore without paying so much, thousands of dollars. And all the repops seem to be on the cheaper side. So
sorry, Scott, I get into my quieter modes when I'm looking at stuff. These are always good as an alternative, but again, it's a lefty. I thought it was a righty.
Ooh, excuse me.
GB bass for $109.
Sure.
Lefty
version. Which is fine, because I'm not enough of a bass player to know any better, so it does the thing. So, all right, what are these pedals? Like, double agent? I don't know. $55 though.
The pedals are their dual pedals.
Yeah, see,
I like the loud and louder. That's a cool name.
Trev, you know what the problem I have with most dual pedals is? There's only one good side. Like, there's never two good effects in it.
Yeah.
Like a chorus vibrato, there's always seems to be a compromise. Like, it's a pretty good chorus. It's a pretty good vibrato, but it's not a great both. Or it might have one and not the other. What's up, Mac Josephson? Max, all the first word. Josephson.
Yeah, like this one's a tremolo and an overdrive, which is...
Yeah, nah.
overdrive and a booster on the loud and louder.
Zach Thong, our resident lefty, is passing on all the lefties on screen, Terry. He says, nope, fuck them all. And, you know, Zach's a nice guy. I was not expecting that salty language out of him, but...
At least the cool thing with their dual mode pedals that they're selling is you can actually vary the pathways on them. So that's kind of a nice...
Well, Josh, when it's two of the same, yes. And John, I'd be curious. Yeah, that's, you know, one of the first, you know, the unobtainium. Like, but it's a rare thing, is what I'm saying. It's rare.
I would say scrolling over said items.
Yeah, I'm good. You know, because I don't know, they just seem at those prices they're gonna play like toys. I'm sorry, but for $100, it's gonna play like a toy because you got to cut corners. You know, it's gonna be the hardware is gonna be the cheapest hardware. You know, whatever the wood is, it's probably, you know, whatever with a veneer. You know, anything that you see that looks flamey ain't. It's a veneer or a photograph.
The only things that are of any value in this are the Harley Benton Fusion Series stuff. That's more of a mid-tier.
Terry, another question for you tonight. For Canadians buying from Thomann, I assume we'd go through the U.S. site?
No.
DMAC asks? Nope. All right. No, DMAC, you can go through Canadian portal. No problem. All right.
Nope.
What's up, Patrick
You
Troy?
can. Let me just scroll to the top here.
Yeah, balsa wood and melted down pottery, I believe. You know, spot
You click on the little flag icon.
Oh yeah.
You go all. Scroll down to.
Oh yeah, there's Canuckistan.
And select your language. Select your currency.
Yeah. For convenience, Terry has it set to U.S. dollars because Americans prefer it that way. I don't know.
Well, it was
Pretty
also.
And plus, we have mostly Americans in the chat, so in all fairness, you know, and
So
as Canadians, we're used to converting shit anyways.
Actually, that's kind of cool. So they actually show the American version and the Canadian version.
Well, I'll be dipped. Look at
There
that.
you go. Now you can see the difference.
So that's a pretty good deal on the right style.
Yeah, but it's gonna play cheap. You know,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's gonna play cheap.
Again, the best deals I would say
I'm
are
expecting Fred Sprout by fucking February 9th.
the best
And,
deals of what is here though is pretty much the Fusion T's, the Fusion 3s. Whether
You know what scares me about those, Terry? Those look like roasted necks.
they are.
Yeah, so it's gonna stink. So I'm out.
Well, of course you don't like roasted necks, but of course
I can't. I'd be gagging. Ooh,
yeah. Most
stanky.
other people. So like that's like one of the higher Fusion 3 HHs. And 317 Canadian. is
See,
pretty
now
good.
Michael Krause. See, that's what I said. If the baritone most right was on there, yes, because
Yes.
again, you know, you want the baritone, but you don't want to really pay for a baritone, Trev. So you get
Actually-
the cheapo because you're only picking it up
Experimental.
once every 2 months anyway. How often you playing it? Unless you're playing along watching your old episodes of Gunsmoke.
I could kind of see BC Rich kind of digging this bass, this Marquez 4. Just simply because
I don't
of
know,
the
BC
shape
Rich.
of it.
What do you have to think about that bass? The Marquez for Sunburst Stain. Stain? It's got stains on it. I don't want it. Let's move that coffee cup away at this point in time, too, and bring Coca-Cola forward that I didn't put in the cozy. Perfect.
I mean, that's a strange shape. The body almost looks like the headstock.
Yeah, exactly, Keith. That's been the type of show. Long water, okay. Roasted neck? No.
The body is Sung Kai.
Sure.
Flame maple top. 5-piece bolt.
Veneer or photograph, right? It's one or the
Yeah.
other. Let's see here. Who did I see just pop in there? LRM Guitars. Speaking of LRM Guitars, I'm going to shout out the patrons. The patrons on Patreon get a shout out every week. And so a fella has a list right here, And he'd like to shout out Mr. Anderson 59, Hot Rod Josh, Charles 75N, and fucking believable, Charles Green, Gear Junkie 35, Symmetry, Jeff K, Dead Tom, John ZD351, JP Page 2, Other Left, Paul McNary and the Cats, Keith H, Blackjack Guitar, Fruitcake Tony, who's late, Mahogany, Randy Crooks, MIA, Sun's Out, he's probably golfing, Cousin Todd Flowers, of course, Guitar Man 45, T. Ricky, and LRM Guitars. That's the great. So, thank you one and all, and you too can become a patron over on Patreon, and things will be getting back to normal soon, including soon, Trev. Circle your calendar. This Wednesday is the next Water Buffalo meeting at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Check your local listings for the time near you. What's up, Presley, California Customs? Still got to watch the replay of your show yesterday. Working on a theme song. Got a couple now. Oh, I had thought of another one too, Trev. All right. I don't know if Charles is sitting down, but he should be. Because this one is one I wrote years ago, Trev. And I think it's up his alley. And the name of the song is actually Long Legs and a Short Temper. It was actually named after somebody I knew. We're not going to say who. But those who know, know.
If you know, you know.
Long legs and a short temper.
So I basically
All right.
just...
Charles, meeting tonight, okay? Briefly. Yeah. So, sorry, Terry. Yes?
I just basically put into the chat to Unbelievable the items that are probably the best ones.
Nice. Scott Brockway got his replacement R3 nut for his Explorer-shaped object today. Nice.
Oh, nice. And is it the right one?
Patrick Trey says, I'll be at work when the meeting starts. Hey, what you do at work is up to you. We don't judge. You wouldn't be the first person to double dip work and pleasure.
No,
What's up,
is
Dwight
Michael
Bailey?
Krause in the U.S. or Canada? Because 85 sounded a little high. But
It's
I
great
think
to hear
it's
it's the right
actually
one,
higher
Scott.
than that. And Hey Dwight
Throat apart.
and others.
Doing a talk show, Ben. Don't take something that rips the throat apart.
Don't huff on the good stuff, Ben. Show's not over yet.
Seth says he's lurking, waiting for appointment to show up to the store. Nice. Well, hopefully they show up soon and the sale goes through fine. Scott also reports in he also got a nice gator bag for his Washburn AA20 today, so I have something to transport it in.
Nice.
Cool. That's good. You know, because really, a glad bag is not a gig bag.
Oh, jeez, Tom. Are you dipping into the good stuff now too, Tom?
Yeah, that I got nothing on that, Tom. I got nothing on that. You just get better.
And yes, despite what somebody has pointed out in the side chat, you do have
That's
to
true,
factor
Patrick.
in it is getting shipped from Germany, not local, so that kind of factors into the higher shipping price.
Mark out. I wonder what person had long legs and a short temper. Well, Mark, you may be familiar.
He would know.
See, Mark's known me longer than all y'all, so he's got more of the catalog to deal with, the anthology, if you will. And yeah. Glad bags do make good raincoats. I agree.
Yeah, when you're poor, you gotta use what you gotta use.
Always carry a glide bag in the cargo pants when we go to like the automotive flea markets in case it did start raining. Throw on the glide bag.
Yeah. No, it's surprising that Glad actually didn't make a raincoat.
Right?
Right. Like, yeah,
Probably
doing the
would've
thing
been
where they
sold.
do have this, 3 holes cut out already type thing. Yeah. All right.
They
Yeah.
would've made a
Mark's
killing.
aware. Mark's aware. I'm just saying. Mark's aware. We got 65 people watching. Hope you hit the thumbs up.
Excellent.
Helps to fill out algorithms, digitals. I don't understand it, but it helps. Or so I'm told by our
39 and counting.
overlords. So,
39 and counting.
what other guitar-related or not questions do we have? Pretty open at this point. I don't know. Mowed the lawn today, Trev. That was fun. It was hot. Turned it from green to brown because apparently it was like frosted tips. It was only green at the end. I'm like, well, I don't think I'll be mowing this the rest of this month. Perfect.
I found
That's
myself saying to
definitely-
yourself, you want to water the grass? Maybe you should get the sprinkler out. And I'm like, it's just going to grow and I'll have to cut it again. Let it burn.
Right?
It'll get plenty of water in a couple of months, as will everything in this neighborhood.
I'm not out there walking around in barefoot, so I can go to straw. I don't care.
Joe Hurley with the classic line, "Chicks dig the long ball."
Home runs are home runs. Yeah, he's got the home run derby. He's all about it.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Sports, right? Hashtag sports. He used to follow
Back in the
sport.
Sega
I don't
days,
really follow them.
the Home Run Derby was one of my favorite games to play on the old Sega Genesis.
Squire Telecaster has to use a gas or electric mower. I have a gas mower now. I'd like to go electric eventually. I was checking out some of them over at the place that sells them and such. And, like full-blown ride mowers that are electric now. And, like,
It's got to be pricey.
Yeah.
they're pretty powerful too. It's
You
not like
might as well get a Tesla and just get a trailer hitch with a combine rigging on the back and drive that around in your backyard.
there's that. Yeah, I've got a riding mower because I've got, I don't know, at least a full acre. I don't know what it is. Probably an acre ish.
Mhm.
I don't know, Mark, you've been here enough. I don't know dimensions. I don't know. I was able because Trev really was only crabgrass and weeds that that were twice as tall as the rest of the grass, and
Yeah.
because of the deadness underneath, I was able to use third gear instead of first or second. So I got the whole yard done in just a touch over an hour, which is awesome.
Perfect.
Question
Yep.
842. McCollum Music. Ben, do you guys have a go-to soundscape pedal?
All right. Now my question is, what the fuck's a soundscape pedal?
Okay, now I don't feel bad because that was the first question.
Yeah, I was gonna
What the fuck's
say,
a
isn't that kind of like what Aaron does?
Well, I'm thinking, is that like
Like
modulation?
shoegazer kind of.
Well,
At
yeah,
least
because
that's how
that's going to be a combination of things to achieve that. But yeah, I'm like, are we thinking modulation? Are we thinking
Yeah.
time-based, which is your delays and reverbs, Trev?
Okay.
Got one of
For
those.
those, for those playing at home,
Shit.
Ambient wash.
ambient wash, right? Which again, yeah. Let's see. I'm not judging. I'm just I need more info. Graphite says his wife wants goats for the lawn. Hey, sure.
That's a good idea.
I just don't get those screaming ones because holy fuck, do they scare the fuck out because they sound way too human. Way too
Baby
human.
goats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jeez.
You definitely don't want the ones out of Thor. Out of the Thor movie.
Oof, da May. All right. While I'm waiting on a follow-up, Eddie Fay asks, songwriting question. Where do you start? Lyrics, guitar, aka chord progression, or we'll say a riff, drum track, bass line, keys, guitar riff, hook. All right. I'm gonna take Dave Friedman's answer, and I don't know how many songs the two of you have written, but I have written some songs, so I'm gonna. It depends.
Mhm.
It depends. I've come up with chord progressions that have worked out. Or I come up with a riff, or I might come up with some lyrics. It all depends on what inspires the initial, but it can come from different
trigger,
spots. Or, like you hear a drum beat, you start playing to that beat, which could be a riff or a chord progression. So it could be because it all depends on who starts.
Every once
too,
in a while, you get a
basically.
little melody in your head, and you kind of. Usually, that melody would be going through a guitar sounding
Column
like
gave a
imagination.
response.
But every once in a while, you'll get, you know, the washing machine hits a certain groove with an offload, and it's like, and you get that in your head. Next thing you know, or a printing press, they make pretty good drum beat.
Oh,
He
okay. Yes,
says
the
click.
reverse soundscape generator. Okay, so yeah, the Walrus Audio lore. So as I recall, that is a both. Like you get some time-based and modulation. The Rainbow Machine, for instance, I will say, I have a Rainbow Machine. Does
I
that
was
help?
gonna say.
Which can do delays, choruses. It has the ability to do both. Billy's Washing Machine sounds like a Devo song.
See?
I believe you because I always thought most Devo songs sound like washing machines, Trev.
There you go. Funny thing.
So, okay, let's see. Eddie Faye says, so your new theme song, not my new theme song, possible. That was lyrics first or maybe a feeling or mood? Well, no, it's a riff. That you could not, you don't need a chord progression because it's a riff that you play, depending on what chord, so let's say rockabilly type thing, in the key of A, and it's just an instrumental, and so I had to give it a name, and I used to play it once in a while at sound check, and I get a dirty look from someone, and I went, all right, and then one time someone asked, hey, what is that called? And I mentioned it, and the mic kind of caught it.
Perfect.
And
That's
then I
help.
really got a look. And so I went, oh, okay. So, yeah.
You have
Not a fan of it. Are you a melodic guitar player or more of a chords player? Trev? You tell me.
You're very diverse in the different styles you'll go. I mean, I find that a lot of it depends on which guitar he has. You put a certain guitar in his hands, he's going to tend to play certain riffs.
Yeah.
However, I've seen him do some unexplory type things on his Explorer, which is fun. So yeah, I mean, you definitely can. I'd say you spend more time doing your runs. You like to go kind of thing, as opposed to just sitting there hammering on a bunch of open chords.
Right. Unless that's warranted. Go ahead, Terry. Yeah, because I'm curious because I don't know about, because both of you have heard me play a lot, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. See, to me, I would say you are more chord-based / rhythm, but you do have that ability to go off and venture and explore other places as well, too. So, if I had to put a percentage, I would say 60 rhythm, 40 otherwise.
Yeah, I'd probably go the other way.
I was just thinking that because, Trev, like if you ask me, do you know this song? I'll play the chords first.
Yeah.
Probably, the basic, and then, and then riff on it from there. Or, like say, Terry, same thing. And I don't know, whatever is required of the song, because if I'm playing someone else's song, I'm playing chords, unless it's a riff-based song. But when I'm just kind of noodling, I've been getting into a lot of ambient stuff, as Trev knows more, because I run a stereo rig in here with a Halo and a Hydra plate reverb, long, with a stereo chord. So it's ambient regardless in many ways. Because a few times, like even if I'm playing, I'll stop and Trev's like, holy shit, there's a lot of shit going on after the fact. Like, yeah. Like that's why it sounds so big and lush.
Well, and the Fender and the Marshall really do complement each other well, the way you got it set up.
I mean, the other thing is too is like playing a rhythm also isn't necessarily just playing chords. You can play a rhythm by putting notes together as well too, which is something you
as
do very
Rick
well.
Beato most recently explained it, really cool rhythms are usually some kind of riffage that's underneath a vocal melody that's going, that it's supporting that, and they're bouncing off of each other, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Eddie Fay asks, if we were to have a guitar songwriting cooperative forum, what platform should we use to share ideas and build on them?
Water Buffalo.
Dropbox, Google Drive, communal drive, basically, where anybody can snag on a set of stems, and you would want to have it saved as a set. You don't want to have it saved as a single stereo backing track. You want to have the individual stems if possible.
Here's what I'll say about that. It depends on how you want to have the access. Do you want it to be that everyone in the internet can have access to it, or do you only want it that a group of certain individuals have access to it?
Yeah.
You'd have to be part of a club. You wouldn't want
an
open door.
Yeah. Patrick Trite says, Ben, your guitar playing is very similar to mine, in my opinion. Thank you. Well, and don't take demos. You know, well, you can't. But you can't, in a way, because I purposely try to play the same chords over and over when, say, demoing a product, so you hear the differences in the product, which some people will rant on. Why do you play the same 3 chords in all the positions? So you hear the differences of the guitar in all the positions, the standard being... But I have tried to incorporate a little more lead work as well, because people are like, oh, why don't you play more lead? I'm like, because that's like 20% of a song at most.
That comment is what drives me nuts on all my videos. It's like, why do you play the same chords all the time? Because it shows the best ability to show how an instrument sounds. If you keep playing the same chords,
you have your constants and you have your variables. That goes back to elementary school.
Yeah, well, it depends on too. If you're putting out a performance as opposed to a demo,
demo, you want to pick something that's going to give it, let it stretch its legs in different directions.
All right. Charles 75N asks, Ben, yes, how long does it take a fella to find the right telly? Asking for a friend.
Oh, jeez.
I guess it depends on random luck and such.
The right one hasn't come along yet.
To go buy a new telly anyway.
Trev is taking the same approach I take with gear. He waits for it to find him. And I'm okay with that. All right. Ooh. See, now, McCollum Music. I'm liking this. He says, Ben, yes, I do a lot of shoegaze doom metal. Sorry if the question's wrong. No! Because Trev knows I kind of will get into, because I do shoegazy stuff, but I also like my heavy tones as well. So I have no problem with that at all. And, yeah, dude, all right. Because he's newer to the channel. We're just going to riff off what's currently on Ben's board. Do we show it off? And Billy? Just easy. All right. Easy.
We're going to have a poll.
Yeah, make it a poll.
I think there's enough of us here that want to see what it looks like. Just do it. Yeah, do it.
Oh. How?
There's a new edition.
Oh, come on. Oh, you're just fucked up. All right.
Yeah, of course.
Come on. Easy.
There you go.
Easy. There.
I can see now why you're saying that.
All right.
Hopefully
you're not going to see it too well because I don't have lighting. Oh, wait. Is that light working? Hang on. Oh, well, it's got a red light. What the hell? Why is there a red light bulb? Sure. Why not? All right. So what do we got here? All right. There we go. So, easy. We've got a diamond compressor. Okay, this not on the board. Board starts here. Diamond compressor. Oh, this is so weird because I'm actually pointing out my dot octave, Trev. Seriously. All right. So, diamond compressor. Phase 45 modded by Analog Mike. Shout out Hobo Roadie, thank you. Into an LPD Lost Dutchman, into a Nobles ODR 1 Mini. Not all at the same time, but different flavors. There we go, Ben. LPD 55. Yeah, I'll just do this like the weather person. I'll just look at the screen. DoD octave pedal, because I've yet to have a better one. This is new, from Hobo Roadie. We're running down. That's the new the Pedal Pal 959 V2 Plexi emulator. We're dialing in. It's got some interesting. Row 2, because we. Okay, well, actually running over the pedals right now, but don't work, Billy. I know. I know. All right, so post gain, because you got a pre-gain phaser. You got to also have a post gain phaser. That's the reissued Dodd Phasor 201. Fucking awesome. That goes into what the hell is that? A Kai professional chorus. Well, there you go, mono chorus, Terry. Into an 80s chord flanger, which does all my flanging. Now, this is where we start to get big, because we got MXR stereo chorus to split that signal. Now, Trev, if I was to do a wet, dry, wet, okay, I would right here put in some kind of a stereo pedal, an ABY, and that's where I split. So here's my wet going forward, stereo wet with a mono dry, we'll say coming out here, okay? You don't need all that fancy interfaces shit, Trev. Don't need any of that shit. All you need is two stereo pedals. One to split the signal the first way, so you go to a wet into a dry situation, and then a stereo wet upon that. You guys are all with your fancy splitters, these and that, and I'm doing wet, dry, wet, and I need a wall of everything. No, you don't. You can do it on cheap. You do 2 pedals. That's all you need, 2 pedals. One, preferably chorus, stereo chorus. All right, so we got the MXR stereo chorus. You with me? We call him? Sure. Yes. He's already unsubscribed. Blocked me. All right, so that's stereo out into the stereo in of the Halo. There we go. Stereo out of the Halo into the stereo in of the Hydra. That's set to a plate reverb. And then that goes out to... Oh, wait, that's me. All right, well, we can just put you back down. Easy. There we go.
Now we're all back on the couch now.
Left side goes into a Fender Blues Deluxe. Right side goes into what the hell is that? A Marshall DSL 20 head with a 1922
cab.
2x12 cab, and as referenced earlier, with a V30, I do believe, and the thing that Trev said and John, the G1275 LMR fucking thing.
It's got a T in it.
It's got stuff. I don't know. Sounds like a Marshall.
Yeah.
So I hope that clarifies my love of your questions. All right, that was a lot. That was a lot of work. More importanter, sure, telly shape or telly pickups. Telly shape. For me, once you got one telly, then it's all about shape. All right. I'll talk about hugging your moms. Yes, hug your moms.
Speaking of ambient and whatnot, welcome, Aaron.
Aaron woke up from his nap. All right, where am I? 8:53. What time is it now? Oh, fuck, I'm 5 minutes behind. Yep. Chorus first? No. Chorus is always post-gain. Has been running a reverb into a fuzz yet? No. There's Billy saying, oh, God, no. All right, McCollum loves it. Patrick's just laughing at the whole situation. Mark's laughing. Okay. Makes it look like you're making a night landing at YYZ. I see what you did there, BC Richard. Nice. Ben's pedal floor. Yeah. You rate other people's board and that thing is disaster. It's like you see an auto mechanic that drives a piece of crap car, right, Trev? Why? Yeah, we don't need there. There we go.
Yeah, Ferrari mechanic's driving a Chevette.
Yeah. Well, and I'm constantly pulling stuff on and off, and it's not that bad.
Every pedal that's kind of perpendicular and squared to the board has kind of been like a permanent fixture, but all those cockeyed half.
A lot of them don't
pedals, the
have
ones that are hanging
Velcro
half on-
because I haven't decided. I can't commit.
rotation. Yeah.
Does a thing, sure. Or
But
two
I-
stereo rack. Yeah, no.
I will say
like
that's
your
the
phone.
nice thing about that
Hey,
setup
Daddy.
you have now, is the fact that you got one side that's Marshall, the other side that's Fender, so you can actually get some nice blending going on as well too.
What's up, Mayhem? Mickey Settlemeyer, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, blah 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 blah
All
blah.
right. Apparently you did too, didn't you? Oh. Back scrubbed up. What's up, Aaron? Long time no talk. Apparently RJ put in a new demo today. I missed that. I was busy watching the race. Ooh. Alright. Ooh, what do you got here? What's that? Oh! You got a Revolta. Nice. Oh, wait. Oh, it's going through. They were paused because he sent them, and it's like now a story. Well, that's all right. Yep. Ooh. Whammy pedal. He's got one of Sun Audio deals. So a Keeley compressor. I don't know. Stuff. That's a lot of Walrus Audio 8 knobbers. Sure. Ooh. Rev head. Nice. Vox cab. In a closet, Trev. Mic'd up in the closet. Mic'd up in a so he likes to turn it up, is what I'm saying. All right.
That's awesome.
That's cool. All right. Apparently it won't just hold on a photo. It does like when you click on someone's story thing. Reels. I don't
Nah.
Anyways. I know,
See,
Joe.
it's real.
We just why? What am I tethered on? Easy. I got a flat spot on the tires? Come on. There we go. Anywho's, that board needs a big muff. It does not, Billy. It does not. It does not. I have a big muff type pedal somewhere here that when I need that tone. Although, yeah,
Isn't that Lawrence's pedal?
I was going to just think,
Phoenix?
Trev, if I can actually convince Charles to go with the other song, the other one even, then I don't have to take the whole pedal board over to the studio.
There you go.
Because I don't need it to do the thing.
Want to be efficient.
Yeah. What's up, Sassy Cat?
Hey, Sassy.
Sassy.
So, to recap, my board's just as bad as all y'all's. Can't do much about cabling, because it's not like a pedal train. You can't bury cables and hide them and shit. It's just a wall or floor of carpet with a couple power supplies. For some reason, I heard the Bic getting flicked, and I thought, Terry, you don't smoke. And Terry's like, that's why it wasn't me. Got the wall back there. Unbelievable.
There we go.
Oh no, it's on top of the wall. Right there.
Now Trevor should make the flicking.
What's up, Laz? Laz, I was saying to Michael B earlier that the show yesterday with the two of you. Right on, man. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah. Cheers, Laz.
Yeah, and I got some pedals back there I'm still working on, and they're going to get demoed. Well, some of them are going to get demoed. That one's not getting demoed. Those two will. That one will. So then I can throw that up for sale. Oh, I got that down there to demo and then sell. Anybody need a diamond drive? It's a great pedal. I just don't have any use for it right now. Wait, you see the demo. You see you want to buy it. You hit me up. If we've got 44 people still watching. There's Ryan. Finally, we can end the show because Ryan showed up finally.
Cheers. Oh, you wait one.
Ryan
two.
at the end, replacing Dale Palmer.
Oh, Dale's lurking, Terry. Don't you worry about that. All right, that's like a zombie type dude. Sure. Oh no. Oh no. We actually. Oh, that's a lot of pedals. That's a lot of gear. All right. What's that? Yeah, that's like all Walrus Audio just on that one. Jeez, look at that. Come on.
Mouse pedals.
You're not going to focus, are you? You're not. Focus? There it is.
There we go.
There we go.
Arm cramp. There we go. Gonna fella. Yeah, there's another one. It's got multiple boards.
Good.
Easy. Come on. Fine. Forget
Oh,
it.
that's
Forget
the
it.
sun pedal, so you can actually emulate that sun amp and do the doomy sludge stuff.
It's got a little keyboardy type thing there too. Anybody know Snouse pedals? I am not familiar. Squire Telecaster. I'd like to check those out,
I'm
though.
actually finding myself in a position where I kind of wish I did have all these pedals strapped on a board. And maybe, you just got the 4 holes and you plug it into the loop, you plug in your guitar and everything, and you're off to the races. Because I got to haul all this shit over to John's house.
Well, that's why you have a pedal board with the pedal board case, Trev. So you just put the pedal board into the case.
Exactly.
So,
but, I mean,
mine has a lid.
One,
Mine's
two,
a clamshell, right? That's half of a flight case, basically.
Only 4 pedals. I mean, with the power supply block. So I'll stick it in the duffel bag somewhere. I'm going to roll up all those shit. It's going to be fun, though. We're going to put my Marshall kind of outside.
Mm-hmm.
The festivities will start during the Water Buffalo meeting if everything goes as planned.
Nice.
I'll be heading over there around that time.
Very cool.
Unpacking while we watch.
Nice.
5 days in the Whiskey Wonderland. Walking in a Whiskey Wonderland. In the meadow we can shoot an air gun.
I think Trev's going to be in an amber haze by the end of the weekend. That's okay. Yeah, let loose every once in a while. God knows I've done it. Well, what else we got? I don't know if we got anything else at this point tonight. We've seen a bunch of gear. That's cool. Almost some rants tonight. We're looking all over at different stuff. Water Buffalo meeting. We'll see about videos this week, folks. I don't know. We'll see about a guest this Sunday. We'll see. There is a backup plan. We have a backup plan. Can't announce it on air because then it's the primary plan. It's the backup plan. So easy, folks. We got you. Worst case scenario: community hang. When in doubt, community hang. Which means Ben did not get a guest. That's what community hang is. It's like live Q&A.
Perfect.
I don't have a theme for the show. So, on that note, Zach's been Zach. Sassy's been Sassy. Trev's been Trev. Terry's been Terry.
Always.
I'm still me. Y'all are y'all. Because that's how that works. Thanks, everybody, for the continued support. Shout out to everybody that needs to be shouted outed. Shouted out. Shout it at. No, yelled at. No.
Shot.
Mark, gas station in the house. Good to see you.
Cheers, Mark.
So, hold those doors open. Let Jimmy Ray Hawkins in ahead of you in traffic. The Scott Brockway's real.
This week.
Water Buffalo meeting Wednesday for Water Buffalo. That's for channel members and patrons. So you can go on Patreon and join, or click that join button down by the subscribe button, and why don't you? Become a channel member. Join the fun. James Hawking, Smart Mammal, all you guys. And, happy tone chasing. Apparently RJ isn't tone chasing anymore. That's fine. He's already got all the tone. You don't need to chase what you already have. Easy. Like Chef de Gear. You don't need to use all the RPMs. That's what happens when you have 2 exit on-ramps 2 miles apart, Trev. A lot of testing and tuning going on there, right? Just get on one. And by the time you get up to 150 kilometers an hour, you're back down. So, yeah. So, let's set up straight then. Yeah, guess. There we are. All right. On that note, where's the off? There it is. So, stay greasy. And don't litter.